we back for another review of All the Queen's Men. We're on season 3, episode 11, entitled The Ultimate Price. As we talked about at the end of last episode, she was at Nurse Johnson's house about to take her up off the planet, and she runs slam into her daddy at Nurse Johnson's house. Blue, Tommy, everybody is rendered speechless, but they eventually get around to introducing themselves. He's about to get him a pork chop dinner, and he is just not even... He ain't even worked up about the situation. Turns out that they did a bait and switch on Fernando. Turns out he is so enthralled. He has now gotten Nurse Johnson to become his bottom B. And she's over there cooking, cleaning, and doing all the things. And she's about to whisk him off to his next location. Old Man Jones, we're going to presume someone to look close like him that actually has Alzheimer's. Dementia, Alzheimer's, whatever it is you want to call it. And they swapped him in the bed once he realized that Concierge and Fernando were on his trail, and now everybody thinks that he is dead. He's home free, and he don't even have to hide no more. Once all his documents come, you know, passports, all that good stuff with his connections, he is headed off to Costa Rica. Of course, we need to proceed with the funeral just to keep up appearances, but he does let her know that he is out of town tomorrow. He knew that he needed to tell her goodbye because she was not going to stop until she found him. So, you know, this is their little last conversation for who knows how long. He has his old stash that he's going to give her, which I think is drugs. I think it was drugs in the suitcase. You know, he has to pass on the family business because he's quote unquote deceased, and so he don't got no use for it. Old Man Johnson's going to have to be cremated just to finish out this facade and keep everybody thinking that it is him. And, you know, hopefully nothing will come up. We're just going to presume he's old enough where he doesn't have any family, so nobody's really going to come looking. So, you know, we'll see. She tells her that she has made him proud, but he's not proud about what she did to her sister. He also tells her that, listen, y'all two are going to need each other. Y'all going to have to figure it out. And he also reminds him, like, hey, y'all are my daughters. Y'all hate each other because y'all are just alike. But in order for y'all to be most efficient, you're gonna have to partner up. And she was like, I mean, I don't really want to work with her, but I know that I did stab her strategically so that it wouldn't kill her, which, girl, you sturdy. You sturdy. If you knew the 2 inches to the left would have did it, like, that's masterful. That's very much masterful. But girl, have you ever heard of an unlucky lick is all I'm saying. But let's just be happy that she ain't passed, I guess. He tells her, you know, what his contacts told him. He has contacts all over the place. And the contacts tell him, you know, that the DA is definitely coming for her. And that they're trying to turn El Fuego. He's going to be the weak link. And about Concierge, you know, coming for her as well. And he also tells her, like, you did the right thing. They started it, you finished it. You did the right thing. We just now got to ride this wave out and we got to clean this thing up. So now she has to say goodbye to her dad yet again, which I hate to feel sorry for. I hate to feel sorry for. It's like one of those things, like, you don't want to feel sorry for this crime lord, but the human aspect, you can't help it. I feel like she done lost her dad on, like, I don't know how many occasions. I'm sure she lost him when he was a kid, when he was out there, you know, being mob boss or whatever. When he was pretending dementia all of those years, before he broke the thing, when she thought his head was decapitated, and now he has to go again. And I'm sure she can't be in contact with him in Costa Rica because, girl, the people are on your neck, so you have to live this with the knowledge, knowing that he ain't dead, but girl, he's also outside of your reach. So I'm pretty sad that she has to say goodbye for the umpteenth time, but like she said, he's always prepared her for it, so gotta do what we gotta do. Sandra's mama comes to the club. She wants to talk to El Fuego. She is begging him to give her any information about where she is, and he holds firm to the fact, like, I don't know nothing, I ain't seen nothing, I don't got nothing to do with that lady. She tells him, like, okay, fine. Well, I'm going to the news station tomorrow, and I'm going to tell them that you were the last person to see her alive. Just wanted to give you a heads up. And so now that's one more thing that El Fuego now has to deal with that gets to be on his very, very, very fragile conscience. Champ and Trouble are talking, and his house alarm goes off. That's where all the money is. And so Trouble and him are anxious, and they got to run out to go check that money because they think it may be Rashawn that went to go steal it. by the end of the episode, we know that it ain't Rayshawn. He ain't wise enough to do all that, but we'll talk about that. Madam decides that she's going to entertain D.A. Davis at the meetup spot. She tells Madam, like, listen, I just need money. In exchange for information. I'm desperate. They're trying to pin all this crap on me. I'm going to tell you what I know. She tells him that she's been suspended. She offers her information, but she wants Madam to pay her for it. And Madam's like, well, you tell me what you know and I'll decide what it's worth. She tells him that she's being set up and that she needs some leverage. Her sister pressed charges on her. They're on the way to the club. Casanova is a cop. All of these are things Madam already knew. And then she tells her about Big D being a plant. Also, she confirms that Tandy's husband is also working with her boss and trying to get her taken down just so we can say we're cleaning the crime up on the streets just to make him look good for his campaign. And Madam tells D.A. Davis, like, it wasn't me to set you up. It was probably concierge. And Davis is like, okay, well, give me the information and I'll take care of him for you as well. And she was like, okay, well, once you take care of that, we'll talk about the price at a later date. And so D.A. Davis has showed her hand, her full deck of cards, without any compensation to show for it. She just has to basically keep earning Madam's trust at this point, which I doubt that that'll ever fully happen because, girl, you did a whole lot to try to take her down and got yourself taken down in the meantime. But whatever. Champ in trouble. They bust into the apartment Rambo style, and of course, everything is gone. Ain't nobody there, and the money is nowhere to be found. They think it was Rayshawn, but again, Rayshawn not wise enough. But he does call Trouble in that moment. He's still upset, and he tells him that Tandy's husband. They tell him like Tandy's husband didn't die. You didn't kill him, but the block is hot, so we need to get in here and chill. And he tells them, listen, y'all can keep my part of the money. I don't even want it. I'm going back to Alabama. Like, I'm sick of all this. I'm out. And while that sounds nice, I just feel like you're too deeply entwined into this whole Madam thing. And so there is no clean escape back to Alabama. What you probably showed is that you're a leaky, you're a loose end, and that you're probably going to have to be extinguished at some point because you know way more than you should know about what's going on. Even I think Rashawn is so, spaced out that he doesn't realize Madam's extent or like Madam's power. But again, he's still deeply involved in between the Tandy and Madam thing that's gonna take somebody down sooner or later. So yeah, it ain't no clean escape back to Alabama for you, Mr. Rashawn, unfortunately. I hate to be the one to tell you, but it's not gonna happen like that. All right, Madam is pissed. She's sitting there. She was sitting up front. She was talking to, she's pissed at the dumbass description of the bullets and the lack of blood that she fed to Tommy. And Tommy's like, I'm so sorry. I believed him. He sounded convincing, blah, 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 blah. And Tommy's like, I'll take him off the map or whatever. And Madam's like, I want to talk to him. You let me talk to him, and I'm going to make him bring Casanova back to me, so we'll deal with that later. So Tommy feels dumb because you should have felt dumb from the beginning. The man said he shot the man with a special bullet that will keep the blood internal, and he's going to die. Like, whatever the hell the man told you. It was dumb. It was dumb as hell. And he wrapped him up too fast. Like, it was just too much going on. It's what I'm saying. Like, nothing about that made no sense to me anyway, but that's just what we got to do. What we got to deal with at this point. Okay, so Madam calls the guys, the Fab 4, Fab 5, whoever they are, her top dudes, which she would consider family. She tells them that her father died. He lived a full life. He just, he's an old man, old age. He just died. The service is tomorrow, and you all are welcome to come. Everybody's like, okay, we're definitely going to be there in support. Okay, good. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Big D, you stay. I need to talk to you. So he stays behind so Madam can talk to him. And she plays dumb and tells him that, I heard about what you did with Casanova. Nice of you to step up. Take him to my office. Tell me, we're gonna give him his promotion. And so, we're going to get to that. But in the meantime, Trouble and Champ come running in at the last minute because they late. They got a tip out. Madam also tells them, you know, I'll handle this. I got this one too. She asks what happened. Of course, they did not tell the truth. They lied. But they also tell her, like, hey, and she's like, yeah, is that where Tandy's money is? And so, of course, they look sitting there looking dumb as hell. And they tell her, like, yeah, Rashawn took the money from us. And yeah, we need to find him because he took the money that we stole from Tandy. Wrong again. Madam tells him, I took it. And so she brings out the duffel bag and it has all the money in it. All the money's accounted for. She tells them, like, listen, y'all are going to give Tandy every dollar back. Not because I give a damn about Tandy, but you're messing up my master plan. I need her husband to become mayor because I have a ton of dirt on him and the police chief and all these people in power. So what that means is that I can run this city with that man in that seat. See, he thinks he has something on me, but he don't have enough. I got enough chess pieces on him to get what I need done. And so y'all's foolishness is going to get in the way. Y'all little small fry crap that y'all got going on is going to get in the way of my bigger picture. And so with that being said, what she did to Rashawn and what Rashawn did back to her husband were even. Give that lady her money, and I mean every dime and every cent, or we're going to have a problem. Additionally, if that man doesn't make it, if Tandy's husband does not make it out of this hospital and in that mayoral seat, y'all are going to be in the boxes next to him. So y'all better say y'all good prayers and y'all good Hail Marys because y'all screwed up. And trouble always on these damn dummy missions and just not thinking it through. Just crazy. Anyway, El Fuego goes home and immediately opens the laptop, and somebody or him or something, and he's immediately tapped into the footage in the basement. Not in Madam's office, but the basement. And there's Big D and Tommy. They're down there talking. Tommy was supposed to be taking Big D to Madam's office, and it's the basement. And he kind of feels that something ain't right, but hell, you down here now. There's really nothing you can do. She asked him, she said, hey, let me see this amazing gun with these amazing bullets that, you know, doesn't produce any blood. Let me see that. And he's like, and she was like, well, if I shoot somebody, so you telling me they're not going to bleed if I shoot them? And he's like, He just looking dumb, like she's just not going to do anything. And then she decides to shoot him in the leg, the knee, or whatever. And he's definitely bleeding, sir. And the cops were outside. They came to her arrest. Simultaneously, the cops had been outside waiting to get in and go arrest her, but they don't have a search warrant, so they have to wait till she comes out. And so they hear the gunshots, and they're calling it back up. And then she, at the same time, she's in there questioning Big D and asking him, like, hey, how do you know the other cop? And he claims, like, listen, I'm just an informant. I ain't no cop. I ain't no informant. However, we can't finish this particular part of the torture. Midnight rushes in because Midnight has permission. Midnight can go back into the club. The cops cannot follow him into there because, again, they don't have a warrant. So he knows that the cops outside are calling backup because they heard the gunshots outside. And he needs to go in and give Madam a warning. So he goes in there and tells her, and she's like, okay. Well, if they're here for me, then me is who they will get. She goes out, you know, and she surrenders without incident, and she goes quietly. Of course, charges not going to stick or anything to that effect, but that is how we end out the episode. Big D, nice knowing you, my boy. You about to be up out of there. El Fuego, I don't know. You were also on the chopping block. It's pretty much nice knowing you as well. We'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. There's a whole lot of things that's still developing. We'll see what happens next week. Again, this has been season 3, episode 11. Let me know what you think about the episode. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you or whatever it is that you feel like doing, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.